Hello students, this video is in continuation of the earlier video on the essay The March of Mind by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. This is the second video of the essay The March of Mind. In the previous part of the essay, we had studied that Dr. Radhakrishnan was the first elected chancellor of a university. The essay begins with his powerful speech on education and its effect in young people's life. He delivered his speech on the occasion of conferring degrees in a convocation ceremony in the university. In the second paragraph of the essay, Dr. Radhakrishnan appreciates his dear friend C. Rajgopalchari as he was the first scholar who received the degree from him in that convocation ceremony. Dr. Radhakrishnan at large praises his behavioral qualities such as courage, common sense, balance, and judgment, which he thinks that every person should carry or sustain in his or her behavior. He sees a role model in Rajgopalchari for young people. Now I move on the text of the essay, that is the third paragraph of the essay. This paragraph is found on page number 8 in the textbook Prose and Fiction prescribed in MGS University, Bikaner. So I move on the third paragraph with the text. The text is as: it is the privilege of the convocation speaker to congratulate those who, by dint of hard work and disciplined effort, have attained degrees and distinctions. It is the privilege, it is the special right of the convocation speaker. Convocation, the ceremony in which the degrees are being conferred to the scholars or deserving persons. The writer says that it is the special right of the convocation speaker, as he himself was the convocation speaker. He says that it is his right to congratulate those, means he wants to congratulate those people, those scholars who, by dint means color of hard work and disciplined effort, have attained degrees and distinctions. He wants to congratulate those deserving persons who, with their hard work and who, with their disciplined efforts, have attained degrees and distinctions. Distinctions means special achievement. My good wishes are with you. He says good wishes to them, and I hope very much. He hopes that the qualities of mind and character which have helped you in your university courses may continue to be with you in the larger life you are entering. He hopes that till now, during the university courses, they have maintained the qualities of mind and character, and he hopes that these qualities they would continue in their character as when they will enter in the larger life after their student life. The fourth paragraph is: we cannot offer you prospects of glittering prizes or even comfortable positions. Dr. Radhakrishnan says to the audience or the scholars who are present in the convocation ceremony, he says to them that We cannot offer you prospects. Prospects means future of glittering prizes. They cannot give them the future of uh, much reward or shining prizes or even comfortable positions. They cannot offer them the comfortable positions but opportunities. But after their study, they can get the opportunity for silent, unobtrusive work. They, after getting their degrees, they will get the opportunities to do the work without check, and constructive service are there in plenty. After their study, they can do the constructive service for society that is waiting for them after their student life. It is a matter for great sorrow that there is not among our youth that sense of exhilaration, that release of energy, that buoyancy of spirit that characterize great liberation movements. It is a matter of great sorrow. He feels sorry over the condition that in present times, in our youth, there is not the sense means feeling of happiness, that release of energy. They do not show the powerful energy or the energetic attitude, that buoyancy means energy of spirit that characterize, that was the characteristic of great liberation movement means the persons who took part in liberation movements. He says that in present times we do not see in our youth the feeling of happiness, the release of energy, or the energy of the spirit that we used to see in the freedom fighters at the time of liberation movements. Since the attainment of independence, we seem to have lost the inspiration of a great purpose. Since the attainment, after we have attained the independence, we seem to have lost, it seems as if we have lost the inspiration of a great purpose in our life. Many of us do not realize how radically our position in the world has altered. Many of us do not realize. He says that many of us do not realize how radically means in a fast way, our position in the world has altered. Altered means change. He says that he feels that our position in the world has changed in a fast way. At the time of transfer of power, there were critics who felt that we would not survive the effects of partitions. He says that at the time of transfer of power, when we got independence at that time, there were critics who felt that we would not survive the effects of partition. They said that we would not survive the effects of partition. This was their negative attitude, that our country would be broken to bits. They believed that our country would be broken to bits. Bits means pieces. That our administration would be disorganized. And they said that our administration would be disorganized, uh, that there would be no rule of law, no security of life and property. They said that there will be no rule of law, no security of life and property. This was their thinking. All these critics have confounded by the actual results. Now, all those critics who criticized the transfer of power from English persons to Indians, those who criticized, now they are shocked to find the actual results after independence in the international world, where our standing is only of 6 or 7 years duration. Our reputation for integrity, independence and love of peace is high. Dr. Radhakrishnan says that in the international world, at the international level, our standing is only of 6 or 7 years duration. Dr. Radhakrishnan here mentions 6 or 7 years duration because the essay was written after independence, after 6 or 7 years dependence time. So he says that our standing at the international level is only of 6 or 7 years duration. Our, our reputation for integrity, independence, and love of peace is high, but our reputation for integrity means unity, independence, and love for peace is high. I may remind you of a statesman. Now he gives reference of a statesman, of a politician um, uh, who made a statement, who was a visitor to this country, and he made a statement that India would rather die or commit suicide. He made a statement that India would like to die or commit suicide than to submit to the pressure of or intimidation from any quarter. He made a statement that India would like to die or commit suicide rather than to submit or to surrender to the pressure or intimidation. Intimidation means cowardliness from any quarter. Quarter means part. He praised India and he says that India would like to die or commit suicide, but he will not surrender to the pressure or cowardliness from any part. That may be so or may not be so. Whatever is said, that is said in praise of the country. At least we have won the esteem of our nations. The circumstances may be anything. Dr. Radhakrishnan says that at least we have won the esteem. Esteem means regard of other nations. But what we have done is very little compared to the vast undone. He says that we have done much, but what is done is very little if we compare to the vast undone that is to do. That is to do. Political freedom has given us the great opportunity and the sacred responsibility of building up a new India free from want and disease. Political freedom. Political freedom means the independence has given us the great opportunities, chances, and the sacred responsibility uh, of building up a new India. Now we are to build a new India that would be free from want, or want means lacking, and disease. Now it is our sacred responsibility, it is our pure responsibility that we are to build up a new India that would be free from any lacking and disease, rid of the curse of the caste and the outcast. Now we are to build up a new India that would be away from uh, the curse of caste and the outcast means caste discrimination, where women will enjoy the same rights as men. We are to build up a new India where women will be able to enjoy the same rights as men enjoy, and we shall live at peace with the rest of the world. We shall live at peace with the rest of the world. We are to we are to create a peaceful atmosphere in our country. It is our sacred responsibility or holy responsibility. The inspiration of such an India should sustain you in your work ahead. The inspiration of such an India. Dr. Radhakrishnan uh, dreams of such Dr. Radhakrishnan dreams of building up a new India with the inspiration uh, to make India free from want and disease, to get rid of the caste discrimination and with the equal rights for men and women, and with the peaceful atmosphere. And he says that the inspiration of such an India should sustain you here are the scholars in your work ahead. He hopes that they will keep the inspiration of making such India with their work. They will carry such feeling with them in their behavior and in their attitude.